So the school lunch menu that I have decided to analyze is the school lunch menu for Watauga County. Um, Looking at their breakfast and lunch menu, it kind of actually looks appealing to me, even like probably appealing to kids because I think when I was in school, it really didn't have as many options as it has now. Like I'm looking at their breakfast menu. For example, on May 1st, they had bacon biscuit, or they could choose cereal with toast and then get sides of peaches and juice and milk, which, like, bacon biscuits are good. And then, like, the next day, they had pancake on a stick, or you can get cereal with toast, and then you get your side of fruit, milk, and juice. And then something that did surprise me was the May 22nd breakfast because they have mini powdered donuts for breakfast, which honestly, I don't even give my kids mini powdered donuts for breakfast because I feel like that's not really a breakfast. It's more like of a dessert or like a snack, like a one little snack thing. But it so that kind of surprised me that they serve mini powdered donuts for breakfast. Also, but other things like the egg biscuit, I felt like that's okay. That sounds pretty good. The gravy biscuit sounds good. The waffle sounds good. And like, I like how they always have like the cereal option because I remember when I was in school, they used to do the cereal option. They would have like a main side, like, for example, like, uh, breakfast corn dog. I don't know, pancake on a stick. I think that's what it's called here. I didn't like those when I was a kid, so I would always choose cereal to eat, like Cheerios or Kick cereal. So I like that they have option for the kids that don't like the main dish, so they can get cereal. And for lunch, something that surprised me from lunch is that they have a breakfast day for lunch. Like on May 8th, they have breakfast for lunch, and lunch that day is pancakes with syrup, a sausage patty, scrambled eggs, sweet potato wedges, a juice box, baked apples, and choice of milk. Which I don't think when I was in school we used to have that. Like we never had a breakfast for lunch. We would have like a Thanksgiving day when it was closer to Thanksgiving, but that's about it. But they have so many options for children, like the meatball sub. Like I didn't have meatball subs. So I feel like it's pretty cool. Cheeseburgers, I remember having that, but they also have like green lettuce leaves, sliced tomatoes, and then they have fries that day too, pineapple chunks, which I guess that's kind of appealing to kids, but also at the same time looking at it, cheeseburgers are not really like, I guess, healthy, but it appeals to kids. And then they have another day with like turkey and cheese wrap. That sounds pretty good. And they have broccoli as a side, grape tomatoes with ranch dressing, applesauce, a Rice Krispie treat. I don't remember getting Rice Krispie treats for lunch when I was in school. But all of that, I feel like their menu really appeals to kids, especially for those who are picky eaters, which is a good thing. But like, it does lack nutritional stuff, like corn dogs and pizza sticks are not really. I don't consider those like a healthy lunch, but at least it feeds the kids. That's what I think. Like, at least it's something the children will eat, not starve. Because I do know that sometimes the school lunches and the school breakfasts are the only um, food some of the kids have because um, I've read in my class in one of my past classes that Watauga is really high in poverty. So some of these kids, like, this is the only meals they get during the day because sometimes their parents probably don't have enough to feed them for dinner. But the school lunch menus really did surprise me because they have changed so much from when I was in school. And I feel like that's a good thing because I was a picky eater growing up. If I didn't like the main dish, I would not eat it. Like, I would take it, but I would just eat the fruit, drink my milk and my juice, and then throw the rest away. And I feel like kids these days, like looking at Watauga County's school menu, um, Actually, I think if I were a kid, I probably would eat most of my food because most of it sounds really appealing to me and it's stuff that kids like. Yeah.